Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just a quick intro here. I'm going to do another one of those in case you missed it videos because I was going through some of my old videos and happened to come across this really cool part in the Ecto Core collection video. And I don't know, it was towards the end of the video, and you know how some people are, they don't always watch them all the way through. So I figured that I would re-release that part of him explaining the process of making the original vintage figures from concept to prototype, first shots, and all that, because it was just super well done, and I didn't want anybody to miss that part. So I'm gonna go ahead and re-release it, and here it is.
Some of the prototypes out of the cases to help explain the process of how these vintage figures got made. Oftentimes, everything would start with a sketch. Here is an early sketch of the pizza face figure. From these sketches, the sculptors would make rough clays. Once the rough clay was finalized, a casting would be made in wax. This is a wax torso for Batman. I actually don't have a turtle's wax out for an example, but you can see the wax would get all the details. Since these wax sculpts are so fragile, a silicone mold would be created of the wax, and then resin would get poured into these molds to create hard copies. Some hard copies would be painted, like this pizza face. You can see the darker resin in there. And these painted hard copies would be used for packaging photography, and some would get sent to the factories in China for paint application reference. So if you ever wonder why the back of the packaging, the figures don't necessarily always match up to what you're getting in the stores, oftentimes they were deco masters or painted hard copy models that were photographed for the packaging. Here's a hard copy from Varner Studios of the movie star foot soldier. You can see the pins there. Varner seemed to use a lighter color resin than anaglyph. This anaglyph resin is much darker. Here's a pizza face hard copy shield. And a hard copy of the unproduced pizza face belt. From those hard copies, the factories in China would make steel molds and begin production. First, they would do test shots or first shots. Oftentimes, they'd be in non-production colors. They would just run whatever plastic was in the machine at the time. And you can see this Bebop is obviously non-production colors. Pretty cool because he has some factory writing on the side. Also, some first shots or test shots were not sonic welded, so they actually come apart. If I took this rubber band off, this Vernon would come apart. And from there, the next step would be engineering pilots. And this is pretty close to production. This raft's actually pretty cool because you can see he was purple at one time. So these parts may have been for Dawn. The color's slightly off, and also his spots are very off. Looks like he has some sort of skin condition. But it's still pretty close to production. And this would be the last step to kind of see the functionality in the paint applications and get approval for that. While that's going on, the packaging art was created, proof cards are made. Here's a Casey proof card. And then lastly, there would be carded mock-ups. This pizza face, like I said before, is on a Rat King card, and also the bubble is very different from production. But these would be used to kind of see how the figure lays in reference to the card art and how the accessories kind of set in the bubble. And once that's approved, the production figures start rolling, and we were buying them.
Hey dudes, Donnie here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Shellback Toy Rewind. Cowabunga!